Good evening and welcome to Biafra Truth Network, BTN, your trusted source for truth, justice, and the relentless pursuit of freedom. I'm Chidera Destiny Obi, bringing you tonight's top stories. We begin with growing outrage within the government of the United States of Biafra. The USB leadership has strongly condemned what they describe as a deliberate smear campaign against Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. A recent entry on the Finnish version of Wikipedia has come under scrutiny, with accusations that it misrepresents Ekpa's role and distorts the Biafran struggle for self-determination. The USB government is calling this a calculated attack aimed at discrediting their movement in the eyes of the international community. Meanwhile, in Oslo, Norway, a court ruling in favor of Ambazonian leader Dr. Cho Ayaba has sparked both celebration and controversy. The court dismissed charges against Dr. Ayaba, but a state prosecutor has already announced plans to appeal. We will bring you full details on these two major developments, along with expert analysis. Jonathan has more.
The United States of Biafra government has issued a strong statement condemning what they describe as an orchestrated attempt to manipulate public perception of Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. The Finnish Wikipedia page in question, accessible at fi.wikipedia.org, wiki Simon Ekpa, has been accused of containing misleading and defamatory content. Officials argue that this is part of a broader strategy to delegitimize the Biafran struggle and undermine their leadership. According to USB government, Minister of Information, Telecommunications, and Postal Services Dr. Agi, this is not an isolated incident, but rather a systematic effort to distort historical narratives. They claim that international forces opposed to Biafra's independence have long relied on media disinformation to discredit their movement. She further explains that they can peddle their lies as long as they wish, but we have defeated them. The more they propagate these distortions, the more they expose their complicity in the ongoing genocide against our people. As the controversy unfolds, BTN has reached out to Wikipedia for comment regarding allegations of bias and misinformation. As of now, there has been no official response. Back to you in the studio.
In other news, the fight for self-determination has scored a major legal victory in Norway. On March 10, 2025, a Norwegian judge ruled that there were no legal grounds for the continued detention of Ambazonian leader Dr. Cho Ayaba. The ruling was hailed as a triumph for justice, but celebrations were cut short when state prosecutor Annette Berger announced her intent to appeal the decision. The USB government has expressed solidarity with Dr. Ayaba, drawing parallels between Biafra's struggle and that of Ambazonia. Meanwhile, human rights organizations are closely monitoring the Norwegian legal system's handling of the appeal. On social media, Biafrans and Ambazonians alike are calling for greater international attention to these issues, with hashtags like #Justice for Cho Ayaba and #Stop Media Manipulation trending across platforms. As these events unfold, one thing remains clear: the battle for truth and justice is far from over. Whether through legal battles or media misinformation, the forces against self-determination continue their efforts, but the voices of Biafra and Ambazonia remain unshaken. We will continue to monitor both of these stories closely and bring you updates as they develop. Be sure to follow Biafra Truth Network across all platforms for the latest news and exclusive reports. This is Chidera Destiny Obi, reporting from the Biafra Truth Network. Stay informed, stay tuned as we'll go on a short break. Good evening and welcome back to Biafra Truth Network. I'm Chidera Destiny Obi, bringing you today's top stories. We begin with an inspiring story about Nnamdi Kanu's son, who has made global headlines for his academic excellence. Meanwhile, tragedy strikes in Enugu State as a university student is brutally killed in a targeted attack by Fulani herdsmen. These stories and more coming up next. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's son has been recognized as the best student in mathematics and science in Georgia, USA, outperforming students from over 30 countries including China and England. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra IPOB. He was kidnapped by the Nigerian government from Kenya while traveling with UK passports and rendition to Nigeria in 2021. Nnamdi Kanu's son crowned Best Student in Mathematics and Science in the USA. This young scholar's achievement is a testament to the resilience and brilliance of Biafran youths worldwide.
My brothers and sisters, can't you see? They took Nnamdi Kanu and we became divided. Again, they took our prime minister and now the kingdom is shattering once more. Every time we rise, they strike. To break us, to scatter us, to make us fight ourselves. But who gains from our division? Not us. Our oppressors sit back and watch, laughing as we turn against each other. While we argue, they rule. While we fight, they tighten their grip. Biafra, we must wake up. No more divisions, no more infighting. Our freedom comes first, before ego, before politics, before anything else.
To the top, we decline, but division, they bring us down. Make we no shine, we need love, we need light to heal our wounds. Biafra, our hearts beat as one, we go rise above. Memories of war, they haunt us like a bad dream. But we no fit forget the struggles of our team.
We seek justice, equality and peace, but it don't come overnight. We need to release.
Biafra ladders to the top, we decline, but division, they bring us down. Make we no shine, we need love, we need light to heal our wounds. Biafra, our hearts beat as one, we go.
Welcome back to Biafra Truth Network. If you're just joining us, we earlier reported on the remarkable achievement of Nnamdi Kanu's son, who was awarded for outstanding performance in mathematics and science in the United States. Now we turn to a tragic incident in Enugu State, where a university student was brutally murdered by Fulani herdsmen, leaving an entire community in mourning. Donatus Ndubuisi, a 29-year-old student of Enugu State University of Science and Technology, was killed while assisting his widowed mother on their farm. According to reports, Ndubuisi had traveled home to visit his mother and decided to help her harvest cassava when armed Fulani herdsmen ambushed them. Tragically, he was shot and killed, leaving his mother devastated. This is not the first time the community of Eha Amufu has witnessed such violence. Residents say Fulani herdsmen have been terrorizing the area for years, with many families losing loved ones in similar attacks. Ndubuisi's father was also reportedly killed by herdsmen in the past, making this a double tragedy for the family. In response to the killing, thousands of women from Eha Amufu took to the streets in protest, demanding justice and an end to the violence. The protesters, representing 7 autonomous communities, accused the authorities of neglect and complicity, stating that the attacks have continued without intervention. The tragic murder of Donatus Ndubuisi has reignited calls for urgent security measures to protect vulnerable communities. We will continue to monitor the situation and bring you updates as they unfold. That's it for now on Biafra Truth Network. Stay tuned for more updates on this and other developing stories. I'm Chidera Destiny Obi, and thank you for watching.